what do you think about the Bible saying we shouldn't have tattoos? Should we not have tattoos? Like, why does the Bible even say that? Alright, so today I'm going to talk about my tattoos, kind of why I got them, when I got them, you know, all that fun stuff. But welcome to the channel. Typically I talk about Bible stuff or art stuff, but today I'm the canvas. So let's go through it. This is my first tattoo. I might try and get some better pictures for each one. But this one I wanted pretty much only black and white tattoos, maybe some gray ones. There's some construction noise in the background, so sorry about that. But yeah, basically I drew this, got the idea off the internet, and I ended up so this was, yeah, it's hard to explain, but there was a design and I made the design go over itself. So here's the design, and I went like this with the design again, so it formed a different design, and I added a few little things. So the tattoo artist had no idea kind of what the flow of everything was, and he did his best, but I do not really like how it was done. I've always wanted to get it filled in or like something put over it, but yeah, that is what it is. Now my second tattoo, this one I got when I was like 18. Oh, this is a little later. Like 19, I got this hatchet man, thinking I was cool. Going with a black and white idea, but I was like a juggalo, wanted to represent the juggalo culture, so I got myself a cool little hatchet man. What's up to all the juggalos? I love Jesus. I found the God of what was it, the carnival? Yeah, it's the God of Yahweh, or the God of Israel, who is Yahweh. So I got the hatchet man, and then my third tattoo for a long time was just this, Jehovah Rapha, because it's Greek. It means the Lord is my healer. It's in the Bible in Exodus 33, I want to say, but it's just talking about how the Lord is our healer. I think he's talking to the nation of Israel in context. I probably should have studied up. I'm just going kind of off the cuff right now. But so yeah, I had just the Jehovah Rapha for a while, and this tattoo, my first one, and then the hatchet man. Just 3 tattoos for many, many years. And then I did a trade and got these 3 crosses and the raven and the dove. I got this. I got 3 crosses instead of 1 because there's 3 crosses on the day that Jesus was sacrificed. There was the sinner who repented and he was invited into heaven. And then there was the guy who was mocking Jesus. They were both mocking him at first, but the other guy ultimately was like, hey, remember me when you come into your kingdom. I don't know if the other guy was mocking him. Like I said, I should have studied up on this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm usually all super biblical and whatnot, but not right now. So I also got this. It says J3 and it's with a crown. And funny thing, it looked great like 5 or 6 years ago, but your finger sloughs off a lot, and a lot of tattoo artists don't even go below the fingers or on the fingers below the hands. And they don't really do the neck or the face because the skin sloughs off so much that it ends up not looking as good over time. So, So there's that one. So I got the 3 crosses and the birds and this all on the same day. And later I got the rainbow fire, which was beautiful. But let me go over the raven first. That was the first apostle, the first sent one in the Bible, and the story of Noah in Genesis 6, when Noah sends out a raven and he doesn't come back, I believe, but then he sends out a dove, and then the dove brings back 2 branches, or a twig of olive branch or something. I don't remember the exact text, I'm sorry, but yeah, the dove also represents the Holy Spirit, because the Holy Spirit appeared as a dove and entered Jesus, or came upon Jesus. I should probably get my Bible, but I'm not gonna, because I'm just doing a quick recording today. But after that, I got this one on my my calf. It was a crystal that I had dug, so I'll get some pictures of the crystal and the pictures of the tattoo. It was really well done, actually, by the way. I like it. And the same person who did the crystal did the crosses and the rainbow fire, which I think is beautiful. I love it. And then for a random, it was like a it was like clip art tattoo day at the tattoo day shop, or at the tattoo shop, sorry. And I got Scooby-Doo. It was like one of my favorite cartoons growing up. I also wanted to get like SpongeBob and a few other cartoon favorites over here. I don't know if I'll get any more tattoos. You know, the Bible talks about, I should just get my Bible. So I got the NIV here. Let's look it up. It's in Leviticus. I don't remember exactly where, so bear with me here. But Leviticus is actually written to the Levites, if you can believe it or not. Yeah, the Levites were the priests back in the days of Torah. I think it's Leviticus 19. There's a lot of laws in here. Yeah, I didn't find it. Anyway, so I got the laptop. That should help me a little bit. So it's Leviticus 19:28. Darn it. Reading out of the English Standard Version. You shall not make any cuts on your body for the dead, or tattoo yourself. I am Yahweh. And this was primarily about pagans and pagan worship, and mostly tattooing yourself for the dead as memorials. And I was always like, well, I mean, if it's something I did, or like God's name, I figured it'd be okay. I kind of wish the Bible didn't say that. Am I allowed to say that? Because, yeah, I mean, I love tattoos. They're beautiful, but I also feel like God has a purpose. God has a purpose in all the commandments. A lot of people don't look into the Torah, and that's fine, but I think God obviously put a lot of time and energy into it. And so I'm like, why not look into it? Because Jesus says when he's going on the road to Emmaus, that all the law and the prophets always pointed to him. And he tells that to the Pharisees too. Let me just look up that verse. Okay, so on the road to Emmaus, it's Luke 24, verse 25 through 27. And he said, oh, Jesus, talking to the two on road to Emmaus. He says, "O foolish ones, you slow of heart to believe that all the prophets have spoken, to believe all that the prophets have spoken. Was it not necessary that the Christ should suffer these things and enter into his glory? And being with Moses and all the prophets, he interpreted to them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself." So basically these guys got it's like a 2-hour walk from Jerusalem to Emmaus. And so can you imagine a 2-hour Bible study with Jesus as the host, like teaching you everything from all the scriptures, which was the Old Testament? So that's beautiful. I would love to attend it. The Bible talks about him teaching the Old Testament and the millennium, and I plan to be there for that. So yeah, just a fun thought. And then the other ones, when he was talking to the Pharisees, he said to them, "These are my words that I have spoken to you while I was with you, that everything written about me in the law of Moses and the prophets and the Psalms must be fulfilled." And then he opened their minds to the scriptures. And that's Luke 24:44. So that's beautiful. I just love that thought. So yeah, I just had to get the verse for you guys, because that was bugging me like crazy. But so yeah, I got the Scooby-Doo, wanted more. Then I got this one, the Batman one, and it was like a Batman and Joker one, kind of the ha 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 ha. That's the Joker side, this is the Batman side, and this is the bat symbol. The one that I like anyway. But yeah, I got this to kind of just remind me to be my own hero, and even if that means doing the dishes, I'm not talking about rescuing lives, even though I think that, I don't know, I would try if somebody needed it. I feel like mindset is everything, and yeah, I will try my best in the grace of God to do what I can to help myself and other people and live a disciplined life and a godly life. And so I'm trying my best, but I just wanted to share my tattoos. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot about this tattoo. I got this one before I got this one, but after I got the amethyst crystal cluster. I got this probably 4 years ago, and I got it just as a reminder, because I used to be 400 pounds at one point, and food was kind of a numbing agent, if you will. I wasn't real big into drugs or alcohol at the time. I did eventually get into those, but food was my comfort. Food will never tell you no. So yeah, I went to food a lot. I was like 400 pounds, 420 I think was my highest. I wore a size 54 pants. But yeah, I used to keep the pants, they're gone now, but just interesting to see the comparison. So this one says, "Let food be thy medicine," and it's got some of my favorite foods. We've got an avocado, broccoli, asparagus, and Brussels sprouts. If I could, I don't think I really will, but I wanted to get a whole rainbow of fruit, like more green fruits here, and then like blue fruits like blueberry, or I don't know, there's lots of stuff I had planned, but then like purple, like a blackberry, and then yeah, just kind of a little rainbow of colors, but with foods, and letting food be my medicine, and all the vegetables and fruits would be like my favorites or whatever. And the no sugar is just because I've been a bad sugar addict my whole life. Again, food and sugar, they kind of go hand in hand, but I was especially addicted to chocolate. So yeah, I just have a literal marker and a reminder of not to eat sugar and to let food be my medicine. I also take a lot of herbs. So yeah, I try to really let food be my medicine. And it's also, I think, let me just look it up. So Hippocrates coined the phrase around 400 BC, let food be thy medicine. Hippocrates was an ancient Greek physician known as the father of medicine, so I kind of figured he knew what he was talking about. But I wish this was just down about this much more and would expose more of the word, because you can't really tell it says medicine. I mean, you can, but you can't, if that makes sense. And also with this, I wish, I don't know, it's supposed to be an SUGAR, and I just feel like the AR is a lot bigger, and I don't know, it messes with me. There's not proper proportions, and this is probably why God said don't get tattoos, because you're gonna regret them. But it was also a pagan ritualistic thing of like marking yourselves for the dead. So I'm not sure that God meant it for the, decorative tattoos that we have today, but I also think that like tattoos hurt. They scar your body. They mess with your body in a way that nothing else really does. I mean, there's a needle stabbing you thousands of times, implanting color just under your skin. And I mean, for many years before like vegan ink, there was a lot of car paint and like really bad stuff in the mix. Some people would use ashes and pen ink, and just really bad, especially for prison tattoos. They'd get infected, and so I can see why it's not a good idea to tattoo, and God said don't tattoo, but I also am not sure that it's exactly what he meant for today. But I'm also not trying to say that the Bible's wrong. It's just that there's no New Testament stuff about it. We have one little verse in the Old Testament. So just interesting to talk about and thoughts to bring up. What's your thoughts on tattoos? I'd love to hear that. Do you have tattoos? What's your favorite tattoo? Yeah, let's just have a conversation about it. There's no need to hide it or whatever. Some people get like cuss words or pagan symbols tattooed on them and then become Christian and get them covered up. So I think there's grace for that. I think there's a lot of grace. We also don't just want to keep sinning because there's always grace, So a lot to think about, and thank you for watching. Bless you guys. I'll talk to you later.